This is a 1-star review in Yard House in downtown LA. Read it, Heather.
Downtown LA from Chris L.
Oh, from Chris L.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
You always got to out them just in case they're psychos.
Shit.
Manager should really review policies for large parties and coach employees how to communicate to customers. Saying no, because that is too much work for us regarding tabs, is absurd. Oh, I already know that this is going to be a good one. As a restaurant owner myself, we stumbled on a gem.
It's the Parlor with Harris and Myles.
Well, here we are, yet again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, as usual, for listening and participating in the podcast. And the Parlor, today I'm very excited about the guest we have. Because not only have I worked with her, we're making a movie together. She's fucking hilarious. And look, I'll just bring her out and introduce you because, we're ready for it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to give a very warm welcome to stand-up comedian and actress here in Los Angeles and podcast host, Heather Winter. Heather.
Should I dance?
No, that's just my little thing. That's like another song I like to sing, but this is for the guests. So she heard some other personal song I sang earlier, but this is like the welcome to the podcast. I only actually think about that song when I sit on this couch, which is really weird. It removes from my mind when I step off. Anyway, Heather, what the fuck is up?
What is up? I hit something. I hope I didn't hit something off.
I think it's okay.
Yeah, I think you're right.
All right, I think I need to raise these up just a little bit though.
I'm already fucking it up.
Oh yes, Heather.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up?
What is up? What's going on?
Thanks for coming on the fucking Parlor.
Yeah, of course. I'm very excited to be here. This is, it's so exciting. It's so exciting.
This is a really rocky start, but I love it.
What happened? Why did it do that?
Because it's fucking, I don't fucking know anything about technology. So,
but you make movies and do a podcast and you don't know anything about it?
You know what? You just have to just do it.
Okay. All right.
Not really. I don't think anybody really knows what's going on more than half the time. They're just doing it.
They have to be. There's no way that they could be. There's too much to know these days, Yeah.
So why don't you tell me what's going on in Heather's world? Because other than the fucking awesome movie Writer's Block that we're working on right now, which your character's fucking incredible, and I just got to say, Heather, you're really doing a fucking awesome job.
Thank you.
Yeah, wow. you really crushing it. And considering that this movie is fully improvised, and when I cast you for this, and I was like, hey, there's no script, by the way, you were like, oh, cool. I just love someone who loves a challenge. So you're doing a great job.
Thank you. I hate compliments, so thank you for that. I don't know how to take them. So I feel great. I told them when we were just shooting, and I was telling you guys, because they kept telling us that we were doing so well. You're like, oh my God, you guys are doing so great. And I was like, stop lying to me. Stop lying. They're lying to me. There's no way that they're being so nice and complimenting. And they did. And they just kept going.
Well,
and
you really are doing a fucking great job. You really are. I feel like the mic is, I feel like the bar's blocking you right now.
It
is.
but
You know what we
fine.
can do? No, it's not fine. You need to show your beautiful face. Why don't we do this? Why don't you come? You're so far from each other.
Oh, am I supposed to be closer to you?
Well, just come.
Oh,
on.
I didn't know.
Let's get you okay. That could work.
Okay.
Because don't come too fucking close.
Oh,
to me,
okay, yeah.
You are the host of your own podcast.
Yeah, I am.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, thank you. It's called Can I Get Some Ranch? It's a podcast. Every time I tell people that, they're like, oh my God, I'm going to forget. I'm like, just say ranch. If you say ranch, I can figure it out. You know what I mean? I'll be like, I always have people intro me that on stage because then it's a good intro to my, a joke. I'll just be like, it's a podcast where I just talk about ranch for 5 minutes. And then people are like, that's a weird podcast.
Yeah, I get from the title, it's obviously a concept.
Yeah.
And it's not like you talk about fucking ranch for an hour on the goddamn podcast.
Actually, I don't talk about ranch really at all.
I love that. And to get a little deeper into it, it's about people who work in hospitality and all that.
Yeah, service industry people. there was nothing that I saw anywhere of like where servers talk about their stories. I mean, except for when, they do TikToks or whatever, but I've worked in the industry for like over 10 years and I had a lot of jobs in my day and I have no stories better than restaurant stories.
A lot of creatives like myself as well. We've all had a shit ton of fucking jobs because we had to go a lot of places to find our way in the industry first. I love that. So we've both worked in the industry. I was a bartender for like fucking years. I was server and bartender for fucking 10 plus years before I fucking started doing this shit. So it's like exactly.
I
get it.
It's crazy.
I worked at Yard House.
Oh, see, I worked at a BJ's, so that's similar stories right there. Because if it's ever a chain place, it's the craziest things happen at the chain places.
I gotta say, working at restaurants, I'm sure you understand. I've worked at a lot of raunchy places. Like you see the interior of them, and they're fucking raunchy. But I gotta say, and then like the employers can be real assholes.
Oh yeah.
But I gotta tell you, working at Yard House was my most pleasant experience in the industry working as a restaurant.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not gonna throw.
Sounds
the other
like you're
places.
trying to plug like for a sponsorship.
I would love to partner with Yard House, considering that's the last job I had before I went fucking full time and dove into this shit.
Damn, that's crazy.
I would really love to do that. I would love to.
They probably you reach out to them.
I don't. Yeah. Let's get this movie out. Let's get the next one going, and then we'll see what happens. Have them reach out to me.
Yeah, do the after party at one and be like, "This is how much we love you."
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I would really like to work with them because I like to work with companies that resonate with me as well.
Yeah. I get that.
So back to your podcast.
Yeah.
Because this isn't about me. This is about you. You're the guest on the Parlor. So
all right.
Your podcast. Do you have guests on it?
I do. Yeah. It's similar to this where it's like I bring on a guest every week and we just talk about like crazy stories that they have. I have like endless amounts of stories, and then I'll look up.
Don't we all?
Yeah. I also do a TikTok series where I do Yelp review breakdowns. So I look up like 1-star Yelp reviews.
Oh.
And I like read them on my TikTok.
Oh, that's
and,
kind of
talk
cool.
about it. Yeah.
Do you have one like right now? You could just pull up and you could do it real quick.
Like a fresh
Yelp
one,
review.
or
Yeah, let's fucking.
and we can find. You know what? I'll look one up for Yard House actually.
Okay.
And we'll do, but I only read the one stars.
Yeah, that's a really funny concept.
Yeah, I mean, it took off. I grew like 8,000 followers in a month.
Yo, what?
Yeah,
that is so. Congrats.
Thank
That's
you.
Fucking awesome.
And then I fell off because I got lazy, and so I haven't grown much since.
Oh,
but
boy.
it's
Well, I don't think you got lazy because I got to tell you, the way I met you was I went to go see one of your shows.
Oh yeah, you did.
And I saw how great of a stand-up comedian you were. And I stayed after the show to talk to her. And I said, hey, you'd be great for this movie. And here we are.
And
But yeah.
ironically, the person you went to see wasn't even there, right?
I went to see you.
In retrospect, I think that's
I
what
went
happened.
to see you.
Yeah.
This is what was supposed to happen. And I'm glad. It was at the Laugh Factory, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah. It was at the Laugh Factory. I didn't feel like I did that great that night, so I was not feeling that great. And then you
you
came up
got
to
a
me.
fucking acting role out of
I
it.
did.
So I think you did pretty damn good, Heather.
I feel like, that was definitely, it helped boost my mood that night because I was like, ugh, whatever. And then you were like, oh my God, you'd be perfect. And at first I hesitated because I was like, this is Hollywood. I don't want to be part of somebody's like student film, no offense, And then you contacted me. It was so like professional. I was like, oh, this is the real deal.
Duh. What the fuck? We are no longer students. That was over. That was a long time ago. I was a student. Yeah,
I just was like, I don't want to waste time doing it. I
completely understand.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we've all been in situations like it is Hollywood. People do a lot of interesting things to try to impress you and do all these things, but you just gotta see through the bullshit. And clearly you saw through whatever bullshit that was before us, and you're like, oh, these people are not bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
I always base it off the way somebody emails you, and you emailed very professionally. So I was like, because like it matters. Then you take.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that you take pride in it. If even just your emails are like legit, I feel like then they're like, oh, okay, this like when I do my podcast, I have like mapped out like super good emails because I feel like then people are like, they get excited about
Yeah,
it. It
of
feels more
course.
like a big deal. So.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I don't remember what I said to you. I'm glad I didn't say, "Hey, what up, bitch?"
No, you emailed me and then you were like, "We're getting on a Zoom," and I was like, "Uh-oh." He said a Zoom. This is legit.
Oh, this is legit. He has Zoom.
Nobody goes on Zoom for fun. So.
I go on Zoom every fucking day. I just feel like it's so normal. Anyway, let's do these 1-star reviews because
right.
that shit is fucking funny. And it's a great idea. And
so what I do is like, okay, so we'll have to find. I think we'll find a short one.
This is Yard House. This is a Yard House
I'm trying to find a
1-star
good one.
review. Say it to the camera.
Well, I'm trying to figure out a good one that's not just because like sometimes 1 stars they make sense. Like people will post it, like okay, let's. Oh, how big is this one? Oh, it's not that big. Okay. So this is how I would normally do it on my TikTok. Is I would go. All right. I'd read the Yelp review, then we talk about the Yelp review. So this one is for the Yard House in. Where the fuck are you? Okay. Oh God, in Marina Del. No, in downtown LA. Oh Jesus.
This is a 1-star review in Yard House in downtown LA. Read it, Heather.
Downtown LA from Chris L.
Oh, from Chris L.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
You always gotta out them just in case they're psychos.
Oh, shit.
Manager should really review policies for large parties and coach employees how to communicate to customers. Saying no because that is too much work for us regarding tabs is absurd. Oh, I already know that this is going to be a good one. I picked a good one already. Great. Saying only 3 checks allowed when tabs are broken up with guest numbers being assigned to each member of a large party is crazy. As a restaurant owner myself, we stumbled on a gem. This one's great. I'm gonna actually save this and do this on my
This guy is one of those guys.
This
he knows everything.
Oh,
Chris L knows everything.
Chris L. As a restaurant owner myself, large parties are a gift, not an additional burden. In fact, helping a table of 35 is easier than helping 5 tables of 4 each.
Are you out of your fucking mind? Okay, clearly. Okay.
Wait. One more, and then we'll dive in because the manager needs to stop looking for ways justify not taking care of customers and look at opportunities to take care of customers.
What the fuck? That wasn't even like proper grammar.
No, it wasn't.
Or English. That was insane.
These reviews are not good, and corporate needs to step in and correct this quickly before Yard House goes the way of ESPN and many other locations in the center who believe they were too big to fail.
What the fuck? Oh, this guy.
This guy.
This is someone who no one listens to in his life, and he just needs to... I'm sorry, Chris L., but dude.
He's a serial Yelper. He Yelps a lot.
Oh, Chris.
And this is, first of all, okay, let's quickly go into what is wrong with this. You're yelling at them because they don't want to do 35 different checks. You fucking psychopath.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
35 different checks. You're mad that it's only 3 checks. The fact that they even offered 3 checks is nice.
Do you know how much work goes into, like, I know you do, but do you know how much work goes into just splitting a check 4 ways? Like, the waiter has to do the fucking math.
And then it takes like 5 minutes longer because it takes you have to swipe this card, then you have to wait for the system, then you have to do this, and then and everybody gets mad because they're like, well, why is it taking so long? It's like, because you gave me 20 forms of payment. That's why.
There's that too.
In
those were the days.
2024, Venmo, Zelle, Cash App, they are all a normal part of life. And these people, and then you're going to come in and say you're a restaurant owner, which is such a disgust. Like, don't brag about something when you're a piece of shit. Because guess what? Nobody's going to go to your restaurant.
Well, I mean, you think we could find out who, not we, but you think someone could find out who this Chris L is, and if he's not bullshitting about owning a restaurant, could find out the restaurant is
for sure. I probably.
Why do people put their business in jeopardy like that then?
Do you know how many Yelp reviews I've read where the manager will clap back at the person's review?
I can
Yelp?
imagine. Oh my god!
And I'm like, do you just not want to have a business? Like, is that?
Or do you want to hurt the company? Like those?
Yeah,
they represent a company. That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then this guy, and then I don't know what psychopath would think that taking on a 35 top over 3 or 5 4
over
tops
5
is
4
easier.
tops. That's crazy.
Like, what a nut job this guy. Chris L, you
servers
suck.
usually have sections anywhere from 4 tables to like 9 tables.
Yeah.
And a 5 is an average thing to
Totally
be having
average.
5 top at one time.
Yeah.
5 tables, 4 top. Boom, done. That's completely normal.
Easy.
Well, this lingo is coming back. It's super weird talking
know,
about
right?
this right now.
It's like PTSD
It is.
of serving.
It's been years. it is definitely PTSD. There's good times and bad.
Oh
but
yeah. I
There,
love it.
that is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna use Chris L's. I'm gonna put it on my Yelp review or on my TikTok because I can't believe I just stumbled on that one. I was like I gotta find a decent one because
Well,
sometimes
you gotta. It just tells you gotta keep doing it.
yeah, it's like my gift.
So
to
what's
find
going on
ones.
with your side of ranch? What is that? What is it? What's going on with it? You said
right-
you got lazy. Is it?
I did get lazy
Can you
right
not?
now.
Can you still listen to it somewhere?
Oh yeah,
What's up?
I have like 18 episodes out right now. And I'm gonna start shooting again. I just I'm locking down a new spot.
You
I
had
was doing
18
it myself.
episodes and you gained 6,000 followers from it.
Oh no, on Can I Get Some Ranch? No, on my TikTok.
Oh, on the TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Oh my
thinking
God,
the
I wish I
fucking
gained
podcast
8,000.
blew up and you
What?
fucking took a
You think I'd
back
get
seat after. I'm like, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm
Got it.
crazy, but not that crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
I'm just like I'm having too much success. Please stop. Please.
Yeah. Who the fuck says that? Anyway,
The other night I did this stoner show and I got so high and I was on stage and I don't usually like to boast about myself. I don't think I do that great, but
I beg to differ. You're a fucking hilarious stand-up comedian.
Thank you. But this night I was so stoned and I was crushing so hard in my mind. I was like freaking myself out. I kept being like, "This is too much. You can't be doing this good." And I was like, it was the weirdest stoner feeling I've ever had in my life. Where I was like, "You're doing so well that this isn't real."
So your audience was, you said stoners also, like what?
Yeah. I mean, they were a mix of stoners and drinkers.
So like, what
and
kind
stuff.
of, like, if you were crushing it, what kind of set was it? Like,
I was-
obviously that demographic is pretty niche.
I was riffing a lot. I was riffing on the Trump shooting. Actually, it was just because it just happened.
It did just happen.
That day, and I was just I said I was just sitting there high thinking like, has anybody made like a Mike Tyson joke about
his ear getting
blown off?
Yeah.
Because like that's Mike Tyson's thing, and and they were like, no, nobody's heard it yet, and I was like, I'm putting it in the this is me, I'm the first one.
Did you do it or?
I did. It was not a good joke, but I did it still because I just thought about it. And I was like, my joke was like the bullet whizzed by and hit his ear and was like, "Fuck you, Donald," but in like Mike Tyson's voice. I can't do it because it's too high pitched. But and
Fuck
then
you, Donald.
yeah, fuck you, Donald. But that was the bullet, and he shot. But yeah, and then I don't know, I just was just like talking, and I was like, I feel like something feels fishy about it, and I was like, I'm not a weird conspiracy theorist. I'm like a cool conspiracy theorist, like the one that like I'll watch the Zeitgeist on YouTube, but then I'll just be like, that's crazy. And because I was like, you're telling me that they're in Pennsylvania at a Republican Trump rally. They hear bullets and not any of those rednecks whip out their guns and start shooting. Like you're telling me they're always arguing their gun control.
There was a lot of conspiracy. Look, I got to tell you, when I first heard about it, I just thought, I accepted that it happened. I saw the blood. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
But like, I've now heard things that people are saying it was staged. It was fake. Like there was some shit. Like they knew about it ahead of time and they did nothing. I'm hearing all kinds of shit now.
There's definitely. I mean, I obviously wasn't there, and but it definitely seems weird. It seems just like obviously I feel it seems weird. Like first of all, there's recordings of like the guy climbing onto the roof and people telling the police officers that he's up there. And like this is on TikTok. These are people's TikTok. And then somebody else brought up a good point to me. They were like,
what?
Yeah. Like they were like, there's somebody on the roof and there was like an officer walking by and nobody did anything about it. And then
fuck.
Yeah, which is weird. And then I was talking to there's this guy that comes into my job who's awesome. His name is Jim. He listens to like every podcast known to mankind, so I get all my info from him. And he was like, back when the Reagan attempt was, and he's like, you were too young to live through this. But when that happened, they had him rushed away and off stage within like 10 seconds. And with this situation, not only did they not rush him off the stage, but he had his head exposed like 3 different times.
I mean, the picture, he was like,
yeah.
so, yeah, it's, I can see how it could be like, oh, he did this to look like the hero,
Yeah.
but like, that's also a really big risk.
I mean, I guess I haven't
someone
gotten...
to whiz a bullet by your head and nick your ears.
Yeah.
Kind of a big risk to take.
It is. It's a huge risk to and like, I haven't really divulged my thoughts into like why yet. I just keep thinking like,
I mean, he's running for presidency.
Yeah. But I don't know why I just haven't gotten past the fact that like somebody just hit his ear, and then I don't know. I'm like, people are gonna hate me for this, but he like throws his fist up in the air like he's like defeated life, and I'm like, you got shot in the ear, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't even need anybody to like tend to that, and you won't die.
I think we all honestly thought the same thing, but like we're at the same time we're like, but he got shot.
Yeah, whatever.
But then
I
we're
guess.
like, but it was in the ear.
Yeah, I'm just like.
So it's like, now you think about it, if he did devise his plan, he was like, he got his whole team and he's pacing back and forth and he's like, well, guys, we need a big fucking table turner this time. And I got the idea for you. You ready? And all of his executives are like, he's like, we're going to shoot me in the ear.
Ooh, that's great.
And everyone's like, whip out the lube. I'm sucking your dick, Donald. And that was pretty much how it went down. If that's how it went down.
My thought would be if I'm in his brain and I'm thinking I need to pull out a Hail Mary and I want somebody to shoot me. I
want somebody to shoot me.
Like,
That's funny.
I would say hit me in the arm where I like because you're obviously
that's
getting
too dangerous.
No,
That's too
you're
dangerous.
obviously there's no
for
major,
a 78-year-old man.
There's no
that's too
major.
dangerous.
There's no major. But if you're getting a sharpshooter, obviously, right? If you're devising this plan and you're getting a sharpshooter,
I see his logic though. Do it by the head because if he gets him in the head, it'll be quick.
I definitely.
That's logic.
No way. He's like, if this is the way I go.
Yeah. What? Trump is crazy enough to actually think that way.
No, he's probably
He'll be
crazy
like,
enough.
trust
to
me,
think,
guys. I am God.
No.
This is not how it's gonna go.
I would think maybe he would be like, if it hits me in the head, my head's really strong and it won't do anything to it. I would think that maybe.
Oh, okay.
But like I just think like, okay, if you get shot like right here in the arm,
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
You're just getting a puncture wound. But it looks more badass. I'm just
It
saying.
hurts though. In the ear, it doesn't hurt that bad.
Yeah, but
It's fucking
But you're
cartilage.
also shooting this close to your head. This close.
Again, he took the risk
I guess.
from someone he trusts, and he's like, look, if this goes wrong, I just won't feel a thing, and I'll go down like a fucking hero.
But
He knows Biden ain't going to be the next president because Biden.
that is so. I mean, God, it's
I don't
just
know.
like,
That's just the
don't
way
you
I'm
wish
thinking.
You could just be a fly on the wall of that car ride afterwards and just be like, "Well, what did we think? How do we think it went?" And he's like, "Perfect shot." Like, just,
Right? Bro, like, hey. I'm just saying.
It's like,
You're the one who turned me on to this conspiracy thing.
I know.
I had just accepted the fact that he got shot in the ear.
well, at first, yeah, you just think that because you're like, okay,
Because we're just
obviously.
Americans who just say yes, and we're,
To be fair, what I thought when I first heard it, and I was
cattle
like,
to be heard.
I was like, fucking liberal, dude. I'm more liberal, and I was like, this is why you don't give us guns. We're not a good shot, But then it turns out he was actually Republican. So
Maybe
then I
it's
was
a good idea that we get the guns if we're not a good shot, and less to worry about.
Yeah,
Terrible
yeah.
shot. Yeah,
Terrible shot.
It is really hard to shoot a moving target. People think
Yeah.
it's like super easy because in movies it's always like a fucking hit.
Yeah.
But like, it's hard to fucking shoot, and there's backfire, so like it could go up.
Right.
There's all that shit, man. It's never
Yeah.
the right shot, especially if you're not like someone who's been trained in that. And a lot of these guys willing to take a fucking crazy risk like that, they're not someone who have been trained how to use a gun properly.
If this guy, obviously we'll never know, but if this guy was not professionally trained, what a shot.
Yeah, I don't know. He was bold on that one.
Yeah,
If this is assuming this is not a conspiracy now.
Right.
Did the gunman die?
Yeah.
Okay, so
they
here's
shot
what
him.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
If he did hire him, it'd be like, hey, do this for me.
Oh, of course
Obviously,
they're gonna kill him.
the guy agrees to dying,
Yeah.
but his family gets off like a fucking
Probably.
like his family gets a life insurance that's
Yeah.
just like ridiculous.
Right.
This is what people do for
Yeah.
their country.
Yeah.
Son, are you willing to die for it? Yeah, I'm willing to die for my country.
Yeah.
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 Your family will be well taken care of.
January 6th, all those people were willing to do whatever they were.
Dude,
you know?
Yeah, this shit's crazy.
It's so crazy.
I have never spoken politics a single time.
I'm
on
not.
this
I don't even like
podcast
politics,
once.
to be honest with you. I just got into this thinking about. It's just such a. To me, it's like a funny, crazy. It's crazy to think we're living through this. Right
Well, we're
now.
comedians, so we find like the hilarity and everything.
Yeah.
So we're just casually talking about it, and
Yeah.
understand that we're comedians, and that's
Yeah.
just what the fuck we do. But anyway, yeah. It is a weird, crazy time to be living in that this is
Yeah.
happening right now. And when I saw that picture when it was like that,
Yeah.
not only did I see that picture, I was like, I saw it printed in the history book in elementary schools, everything.
yeah.
Like in about 100 years from now.
Oh yeah.
That's where I saw it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh fuck, this is like insane history right now.
It was it's just crazy because like I just thought, oh my gosh, so we've already lived now through
9/11.
9/11, COVID,
Jesus Christ.
residential assassination attempt,
Attempts.
climate change, like
Melting glaciers.
watching all of these like sci-fi movies. I'm like, this shit seems too real now.
I can't believe we lived through Star Wars episodes fucking 7 through 9. That's what I can't believe we lived through.
I can't believe we're living through The Last of Us right now. That's what I feel like we're living through. Do you not play zombie video games?
Let me ask you a question. You said you can't believe you can't believe we're not living in that time? Wait, what did you
I can't
say?
believe we're living through it right now.
What do you mean? Like
Like,
in
I
a
feel like
negative
we're, like-
thing? Like you didn't like The Last of Us?
No, I loved The
Oh,
Last
okay.
of
So
Us.
what? I just.
But I feel like we're in like we're almost to that where we're like fucking.
Oh, got it.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
we're fucking close. And to answer your question, I was wondering if video games were gonna come up at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a gamer through and through, man.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I'm fucking okay. If you think you're a real gamer, tell me if you recognize. Oh, you should have already said something because we've been working together and you've seen me fucking half naked. Do you know what that is? What kind of games do you play?
I want to say that's Halo.
No. What kind of
Is
games
that,
do
is
you
that
play?
like Elder Scrolls or something? Is that the kind of shit that you play?
That is the kind of shit I play.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls or some fucking shit. You know
No,
what the fuck it is.
I've never played Elder Scrolls, but I know of the game.
I play like high fantasy RPGs.
What's that one from? Is that from like Diablo?
No, you gotta go different direction, but more
Different direction.
more in the past, more early
past.
2000s.
Early. Ooh.
Come on, what's popular right now that was popular from the early 2000s? I mean, so from the 90s. Sorry,
GoldenEye.
I'll give it to you. Final Fantasy.
Oh.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
from
yeah.
Final Fantasy X.
Oh.
I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan.
I don't know if I've ever played a Final Fantasy either.
You're
Maybe
telling
I
me you're
have.
a game? What the fuck?
But
games do
I
you
play like COD. I play
Oh my god.
Red Dead Redemption.
Okay, Red
I
Dead's
play
cool.
Grand Theft Auto.
Okay, so
I play.
You're waiting for GTA 6.
I am waiting for GTA 6. I play Last of Us. Have you played that?
Obviously.
I play
Of course.
Dying Light. I play. have you
Dying
played-
Light's incredible.
It's incredible. I just was replaying. I just replayed 1, and then I was replaying 2.
2, I love the colors. So vibrant.
And then Last of Us, I replayed 1 and then watched the show, and then I'm gonna wait for the second season to come out. The show came out right for it. They had a show for Last of Us. Wow.
I'm looking at her because she's talking to me like I'm a fucking idiot.
Well, he's not responding.
I mean, I've seen this show 600 times. It's
Pedro Pascal.
It's one of the greatest adaptations I've ever seen.
No,
the
they
most
did it.
respected because Neil Druckmann was involved, the creator and director of the fucking video game.
Oh, yeah, I
That's
knew
why
that. I knew
Uncharted
that.
wasn't that up to par like the video games because it wasn't. It didn't have Neil Druckmann on board like it should have.
You're right.
Look, Uncharted supposedly was enough to make a second to spawn a sequel, but
well, it's because
in the gamer's eyes, I'm telling you, it wasn't the Uncharted that we know.
Yeah, no,
it was just Tom
definitely wasn't.
Holland doing Tom Holland stuff with Mark Wahlberg.
I do play Uncharted sometimes too.
And that's fucking Uncharted is Uncharted.
I like open world games. That's what I like.
Uncharted is not open world. It's open zone.
It's
It is open zone. There was a difference, Heather. Open zone and open world are very different.
No, you're right.
Elden
you're
Ring
right.
is
But it's
open
like,
world.
It's
I
like open
fucking-
where you can like explore that little
Open
thing
zone.
you're in. Yeah.
Open zone.
Is that what that is?
That is what that is. Different zones. Elden Ring is an open world game.
Yeah, but I don't like the way the game plays.
What do you mean? Like the gameplay? Because that's a different mechanic.
Yeah, like
I've been gaming for 30 years. Do not go up against me, girl. I know it all.
I know, but I don't like how it's like too like sci-fi magical for me because it's like there's too many colors. There's so much going on.
What, Elden
I'm
Ring?
like,
Elden Ring's very dark and gothic,
and,
medieval.
like, yeah. Oh. Elder Ring. I'm thinking Elder Scrolls, I think.
You're thinking Elder Scrolls.
Yeah,
I'm thinking Elden Ring. Do you know Elden Ring? But Elder Scrolls is open world as well.
Yeah, but it's something about like the
Fallout, that's open world.
I love Fallout.
And the show is amazing.
The show was amazing.
That's another insanely
they did a great
well-respected adaptation
100%.
that knows what they're doing and how to make an adaptation.
Yeah, Fallout's the shit.
And that's because you got fucking the creator, Todd Howard, God Howard involved. You know, that's why.
I don't know who any of these guys
Well,
are.
these are the creators of the video games who directed
know.
and wrote the games, so they know. Those are the best people to bring on if you're going to make a fucking adaptation for it.
Yeah, that's like if you were to do an adaptation of a book and not bring on the author, right?
Right. That's insane.
See, I know things.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You know some stuff.
I know some stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Zombie stuff is cool, and I got to tell you.
Cool. Have you not played? You're not a COD fan, though, huh?
No. I mean, I
the
played
new Zombies
I played
COD
the older
is
ones.
amazing.
I played the old ones and shit, but like, there is a I'm writing a graphic novel,
Ooh.
and it's zombie themed.
Oh, I love it. Okay.
It's a prequel to a movie
Ooh.
that we're making soon.
Nice. Oh my God,
Big
it's gonna be
movie.
a zombie movie.
Oh, I mean, it's gonna be very big.
Oh my God, I love a good.
Look, check
zombie
this out real
movie.
quick. Hold on.
Oh, I get to see an inside.
Oh, you just get to see something cool.
Is this the script for it?
Don't say the name out loud. Look at the pages. Look how many pages.
Jesus.
Just look at the back. Go look at look at the page count on that.
Wait, what's it at? Like one. Jesus.
That's part one.
What?
And that's not even the graphic novel. The graphic novel's a prequel to that. That's the movie.
What? This thing is massive.
I have a big story to tell here. It's like the equivalent of like my Jurassic Park.
This is heavy. This is like almost. That's like a good book right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a fun story. It's really wild. It's hilarious. It's gruesome. It's dark. It's heartful.
Oh my
great.
God, I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
That's great.
And you know, like that, we put a lot of passion. Like this too.
Yeah.
We just put a lot of passion into it.
Yeah.
You know, everything we've got.
Yeah, have to.
You fucking have to.
That's how you know we're in it for the long haul because we love it.
100%.
Yeah, and we'll do it broke.
Well, I mean, you in order to get to a specific level, you have to sacrifice, and that involves being heavily malnourished and just like eating shit food and just like being super broke. And
but we always make room
just
for weed.
what you have to do.
We always make room in the budget.
Well, you do what you got to do. It's a rent expense.
It is. It's a part of my medication.
Squeeze it in there with rent.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Same thing.
They got good deals out
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So I just think it's it's about the passion. But you know, video games are huge for me because I fucking like. Not only did I grow up on them, but that is such like a big inspiration and like a big foundation for like my high fantasy ideas for the projects. Like this is very much this and the next one we're doing are very much the most grounded. Like the two comedies are very much the most grounded projects we're doing.
Oh, nice.
Everything else is like fucking high concept, sci-fi, fantasy, blah blah blah, crazy, insane shit.
Jeez.
Like that. That's what that is.
Yeah, that thing is.
Yeah, we brought the dog to the studio today, as we do. You got me. Well, sorry.
My dog always interrupts my podcast. So I get that.
Well, those bitches.
Did you see that they are making a new Taxi Driver, the game? Uh-oh.
I did.
Did we hit a chord?
Well, it's, I grew up on that, playing that on Sega Dreamcast.
Of course, obviously.
And the thing about it is, like, what could they possibly do now? Like, leave it as a classic, please. At least remaster it.
They're making it open world.
I know.
I love that.
But what could... it's got to be really good.
Yeah, I mean, it better be.
It better be, bro.
Because, okay, did you play Dead Island?
Of course.
Did
and
you
the
play
second one.
The second one sucked.
The second one was just different because it had different developers. It was from Techland. The first one was from Techland, the same people who did Dying Light.
It sucked in the sense of like it took me like a day to beat, and I don't like that. I want a long haul.
I love the game visually. It was beautiful.
For sure, it was.
You have to understand it for what it was.
But
it took 14 years for us to get that.
It was $80.
It took so long.
And I
for us
took
to get
one
that.
day.
How did you wait 14 years?
And then
for
now
that
it's
as well?
on fucking Game Pass. Did you know that? It's on Game Pass.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I paid $80 for that shit, and it's on Game Pass.
I really don't like what they do with that Game Pass thing, man.
Well, they're
That's why I stick to my Sony a lot. I got the Xbox there, but I like to stick to Sony.
Oh, I have a PlayStation 2.
I got it. You didn't see them? They're both there. PS5 and Xbox. They're right there.
I did not.
Right there in the green room.
In the green room over there. I didn't. I was focused on your
dare
dog
you.
the whole time.
Yeah, that she wouldn't eat you.
Yeah. I'm not. I like in your mind you tell yourself like don't show fear to a dog because then they smell it, and then I walk up and they bark once and I'm like I pee my pants and shit.
You fold.
I do, and I
like
have a dog.
A foldable chair.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Thanks.
Write that one down.
Very witty. I'll write that one down for sure.
Put that into your type 5, please.
I really want to talk about how you get your material because honestly, I got to tell you, I have tried to understand the art of stand-up comedy because obviously there's an art to it and there's a formula to it. And I understood it was there, but I got to tell you, I didn't have enough passion or drive to want to learn and figure out what that function is so I can apply it to my own stand-up comedy. You know, I did that for writing instead because that's what I find more passionate.
Right.
But I've always wondered, you know, how do you do it? Let's talk about that.
Well, I think it's probably the same place you get your ideas for your scripts. It's just you have bigger ideas. I don't know. A lot of my stuff is I do like self-deprecating comedy.
That's fucking hilarious. I love that shit.
I just feel like
that's the
people
best kind.
Yeah, because everybody self-deprecates, and even if you say you don't, you do. Like fuck off.
Of course. You got crowd work?
Oh, that's like my favorite thing.
Oh, I fucking love crowd work.
Crowd work. It took a while. It takes a while to develop how to do crowd work well, and then how to also like navigate crowd work into your own set. Because I notice like I'll tell people like you should try crowd work, but then they don't know how to flow back into their stuff.
It's tough.
It is. It's super tough, and it took me a while to learn that, but I just kept doing it, and then hosting a lot. You can learn how to do crowd work pretty easy doing hosting gigs. But yeah, I don't know. I just try to take life experiences. I mean, I find funny in a lot of things, but like. I write everything down. Any little premise I think could be a joke, I'll write it down like in my phone or in my notes, and then just try it on stage. And if it doesn't have any legs, I'm like, okay, I let it go. Or like it can mix into another one of my stories. But a lot of my stuff I just take from like my life experience. I feel like I have a lot of shit that I haven't even touched on yet, like family wise. Yeah. I mean, it's like.
Wait till you get your own special for that one.
Oh my god, dude! I think I would need like 5 just to get through family stuff. 5.
I would love to fucking.
It's crazy.
I would love to produce I would love to produce a fucking special for you.
Yeah. You
Holy shit! Is Avery in the office still? Avery.
And she said,
did you hear what I said?
Heck yeah!
That would be pretty cool. Let's figure out if we can figure out how to do that.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I would love it because
You'd have to have like 45 to an hour, like ready to go.
I have so much material, so much. I have.
Look, I can't promise you, but I'm gonna look into. I want to look into.
I mean, let's talk. Let's
because I'm interested in that.
Yeah,
I'm honestly interested in that. I want to look into it.
So much material. I have compiled a couple hours for sure. I mean, I've been doing it 13 years. So
let me ask you a question. When these people have their special on these streaming services, there's no headliner. It's them and that's it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
it could open up with a dumb little whatever you want. Like
we could film a little, like I love the specials that have like little, like it's like a movie kind of. Like
I would love that.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, I'm not gonna fucking say
cool.
no.
Well, duh. Why would you? I mean, but I kind of like that. I mean, I like you, and I think you're really funny.
I think that would be so fun.
And you haven't. I would love to like pop your special cherry.
Well, you wouldn't because I already did that. But
fuck you, Heather.
Yeah, sorry.
We're done. I'm not doing
my
it.
First special on YouTube. Shout out.
God damn it. All right. Well, maybe we can go a little bigger than that.
Yeah.
We can try.
That one's only a 20-minute special. So.
Oh, okay, fine. I'm popping your real 1 hour special. How about that?
Yeah, the 1 hour special cherry. You can have that.
We're gonna give you that shit, but I really want to look into that.
Yeah, it would be awesome. I'm a storyteller, so my jokes are all long. Like my jokes on average are like 7 to 10 minutes, just one cool. Actual joke. I guess you have like laughs in all of that, but that's why like
You could do some crowd work in there too for the special if you could. I don't know. I just
specials you don't usually do.
No,
crowd
so then
work?
don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever the fuck. Don't say yeah to me. The fuck, bro.
Well, I mean, you could, but
you know better than me. You know this shit.
I mean, some people do. It just sometimes with the special they want it. They don't
tight.
want you to do crowd work. Yeah, and they want it tight.
I get that. There's always hecklers sometimes though.
And and like sometimes that could go really well, or sometimes it could go really bad. I mean, but I mean, you could do crowd work, and then if it doesn't work, you just edit it out.
Of course.
But yeah, so I just was writing. I have this new joke I've been trying. I'm not going to do the joke because trying to do comedy.
Save it for the special.
Yeah, well, that and like trying to do comedy while you're just sitting here with no audience, just one person brings me back to those Zoom comedy days.
Oh, whoa!
I don't want to live that life anymore.
Stand-up comedy on Zoom?
Yeah, that's what we did during COVID. We did. That's
you say
how,
we. It's like you and a bunch of other stand-up comedians here in LA?
No, like all over.
Like everyone on the planet who's a stand-up comedian did it.
If you weren't doing, like, the only comedy that was being done was either at like a park or an outside venue where everybody had to socially distance, or on Zoom. People were doing.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was.
That's crazy.
I met a lot of people because you did Zoom with people from New York and, Florida and fucking Europe and all that too. So that was cool, but it was horrible. It was horrible.
That's insane.
Yeah. And we did it for like a year and a half, 2 years.
Okay. And you're never doing that again.
Never.
Even if there's like COVID part 2.
No, I'll go to a fucking corner street and,
shout it out in the street to the skies.
Yeah, it was rough. And then finally, like, outside places were allowed to do it. So then you could find, if you could find an outside stage or whatever.
Oh my God, what a nightmare.
Then you still had to socially distance, and then
what a nightmare. 6 feet apart.
Yeah,
who remembers that bullshit?
That was some dude.
That was fun.
And I'm happy that stand-up survived, but it was crazy. I didn't know.
Stand-up grew stronger, I think.
We did, because people needed to laugh.
Podcasts, stand-up,
Yeah.
TV series got back on the fucking...
Yeah.
A lot of this shit came back.
Yeah.
Video games blew up even more.
Oh, yeah. I was playing so many video games.
Oh, my God, weren't we all?
Ugh,
There was so much great shit.
there was.
We didn't get Elden Ring till 2022, but it was okay. Dude, I keep saying that because it is one of the greatest... story-wise, gameplay, everything all around.
Check it
one of
out.
the greatest games ever.
Elden Ring.
It's hard as fuck.
I cheat and I go easy always.
There is no setting.
Great.
You know what the genre Soulsborne games? You know what a Souls game is? You never heard that genre? It's a new genre. It's called Souls-like. Have you ever heard of Bloodborne?
Yeah.
Have you heard of Dark Souls?
Yeah.
Demon Souls?
Mm-hmm.
You never played them?
No.
Because they're too hard. Of what you heard, right?
No, I just
Oh,
haven't.
you just don't know about them. You never inquired or what?
Yeah, I gotta get, if I'm trying a new game, I gotta feel it, and I watch the trailer, and if I don't,
They're fun. They're amazing. They're RPGs. They're known.
Are they the horror games?
They're not horror.
Oh,
They're legit just RPGs. You got a guy. He's either a mage or a warrior, whatever the fuck. He's got swords. You fucking find gear.
Yeah.
Level up your character, increase
Daisy,
your strength.
Right? Is Daisy like that?
No.
Oh.
It's an RPG, a role-playing game where you level up, you gain experience points, you level up, and you have a set amount of points that you allocate toward increasing your stats.
Oh, okay.
So like strength, vitality,
yeah,
magic, power.
But it's hard. There's no.
It's some of the hardest games ever made. Yeah, they're really hard.
Maybe they're just too easy for me. That's why I don't play them.
Maybe. Yeah, but they're good. You feel accomplished when you're
really?
but they're it's not like they're hard for no reason.
Yeah.
They're hard, and if you keep dying in this one spot, it's not like you're dying for no reason. You're learning from your mistakes.
Okay.
It's really intricately crafted how they develop, and that's why they're so successful because the developer From Software, they're just masterful at developing games and mechanics. Masterful. They're on top. They're one of the top AAA companies in the world right now.
All right, I'll have to.
Yeah, they spawned an entire new genre called Souls-like based on their games called Dark Souls and Demon Souls.
That's funny.
So any kind of hard game now, whether it's a side scroller or something, you ever heard of roguelike?
Roguelike,
this is.
I think so.
These are just sub-genres that were spawned from other genres
Okay,
that are like
okay.
hybrids, but
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is now a big one is called the Souls-like genre. And if you're playing a game that has a difficulty spike that's just not in the average level of what an average game should be,
Yeah.
then it's considered a Souls-like.
Oh, got it.
It's pretty fucking cool.
Okay, I'll check it out.
And then you feel good about yourself when you win.
I feel accomplished when I win at COD because then I beat 14-year-olds.
Well, there's no level against that, but that is actually very hard
It
because
is.
that's, playing against a virgin in a first-person shooter is probably one of the hardest feats to,
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. It's my favorite going.
I
on
love
there.
making a stand-up comedian laugh. I feel funny. I
Big-
mean, I am a
okay.
comedian. I'm just not a stand-up comedian.
I don't want to let you down, but I laugh at everything.
Fuck.
I know, but it's.
Damn it.
People say that to me all the time. They're always like, "I got a stand-up comedian to laugh." I was like, "I'm easy, dude.
Damn.
I'm easy."
But
yeah.
you don't make yourself laugh when you're on stage.
Sometimes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but I'm not
'Cause
like.
I've seen
I'm
your
not-
set. You're so good. You're just like, well, this is
Sometimes
what happened to me. But, you're just
I,
like
like,
so
black out
deadpan.
when I
I
get
fucking
up
love
there.
You're so deadpan. I love it.
People will be like, "How was your?" I literally will get off stage and be like, "What happened?" Like I'll be like, "Where was I?" And I'll just black out.
That's
kinda.
great.
Yeah, I think that's my brain being like, "You can't handle how awesome you are."
Cool. I love that.
It's not true.
Oh, it is true.
not true.
You are awesome.
No.
Well, I think, Heather, if this podcast has the potential to just go on forever,
Yeah.
because
could.
we just have great conversation and
Yeah.
we have a lot in common, and I love working with you. But as all things need to come to an end, this is where this does. But I think if you're up for it, we'd love to have you on again at
Oh my
some
god,
point.
yeah. You guys have only gotten the tip of the iceberg. So.
And I'm waiting for you to invite me onto yours.
yes,
without me inviting myself.
No, I have a roster. I just once I get this location locked down and this guy who hopefully is going to start helping me edit, then I'm there.
Who's this guy who's gonna sell you out? Who the fuck is this
He's
dude?
one of my good buddies. He just opened a podcast studio in Hollywood.
What a guy.
Yeah, and he's awesome. He actually, shout out to Kita. He just helped me. I locked my keys in my car 2 weeks ago, and he was like a send from the heavens, came down and had AAA. And
Is he
helped me.
Hawaiian?
No.
His name is Akita?
His name's Kita.
Oh,
Kita.
Kita.
Yeah.
Is he
Mascaro.
Hawaiian?
I think he's Italian, because his last name is Mascaro.
Kita Mascaro.
Yeah. Yeah.
He sounds like he's a pet, the pet of a wizard.
I'm gonna tell him that he's a comedian too. He could use that.
Yeah, he sounds like he's like if a wizard owned like a Yorkie with spiky hair or something.
Yeah,
That would be him.
Because you're thinking
Like
of
a wizard's pet.
There's the Akita dog. Is that why you're thinking that maybe? Right, Akitas aren't
Maybe.
isn't that a brand?
There is an Akita dog. There is indeed. There is. Well, that could be it. Anyway, tell your friend Kita thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So
And
hopefully when I lock that down, I'm gonna have a bunch of people on. So
all
you're
right,
you're
sounds
my
good.
roster.
Well, in the meantime, either I hope to see you on set soon, since
Yeah.
we're doing this.
Yeah,
But Heather, it was great having you on.
it was great being here.
Thank you so much for joining us here on The Parlor. But I do have to say, Heather, get the fuck out
Now, just leave.
and don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Okay.
Yeah, you just go.
I just. All right.
Yeah, just take the headphones off and just get the fuck out.
Should I set him down? Or
Yeah, just set him down and get the fuck out.
Okay.
Yep. Just walk out of here. Yep. That way. There you go. Boom. Nailed it.